Hello everyone. Welcome back after a long time, right? Basically today we are going to have PowerPoint tutorials. Okay? They will be carried in two parts. So let's start with today's. First of all, before we start, we need to have a special words of the day, right? So the special words of the day are that if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. And these are the words said by Martin Luther King Jr., whose name will always be written in the golden words in the history of the world. Okay? So basically, he wants to convey that if we have to actually achieve our goal, everyone have one goal. If we have to actually achieve our goal, we don't have to make any excuses and we have to work. Sitting idle is not going to help us. Okay, so you can't fly, run, you can't run, walk, but you have to do something. You have to find a solution to your problem, and then only you can achieve your goal. Okay, you'll face some obstacles, but you have to find the solutions to that them also. Okay, so these were some special words of the day. I hope everyone will keep it into their mind. Okay, so now before we start with PowerPoint, we first of all need to know that why do we need to use PowerPoint and not other softwares. Before actually, whenever we start with something, we actually need to know that why are we doing that thing. Okay, so why use PowerPoint and not other softwares? We very well actually know that there are many other softwares for presentations, but still PowerPoint is the most famous and the most used software for making PPTs or simply presentations. We also have Google Slides, but why is PowerPoint only the most used one? Let's know about it. First of all, it is easy to understand. When I used PowerPoint for the first time, I saw that the layout was a bit difficult to understand, but once you start using it, you get it to understand really easily. Okay, it has more features and thus gives us an opportunity to make our presentation more effective. Everyone like to have more options for a certain thing, right? So therefore PowerPoint also gives us many features for one certain thing, and so this gives us an opportunity to make our presentation more effective because we are able to make it by our own choices. Okay, now how it gives us more features, it gives us more options in a certain feature, such as we have many font styles, font colors, themes, etc. So if I share my experience, when I used Google Slides, there would be hardly 20 font styles in it. There were not a lot of them. But when we have look at PowerPoint, so we have full list from A to Z. Okay, we'll be also having a list at the font styles when we come to know about them also. Then the fourth, last but not the least point is that one thing that is given importance in a presentation is how our animation is done. If the animation is not done in in this presentation which I am showing right now, so who would like to see it? So they really affect the viewer if done in a proper way, right? If I'm doing some animations in a proper way, so they really affect the viewer. Thus, one more advantage is that PowerPoint gives us more options for animations too. Okay, so there are many options for animations. If I compare it to Google Slides, so Google Slides don't have so many options, whereas PowerPoint has one whole list. Okay, now, so you can have a look at all the you know features of PowerPoint and why is it the most used of. Then learning elements, what are we going to learn in one single tutorial and the other. Okay, so in first we are going to learn about the basics, tabs plus names commonly used, the terminology of PowerPoint. Then how to make a presentable slide. If there's not a presentable slide, who would like to see? If for example the background is white and we are writing the text also with white, of course we won't be able to see the text, so how can it be a presentable slide? Then animation and transition in PowerPoint. This one is going to be important because if we don't know how to animate a text or animate our slide, then all the effect, all the efforts go in vain. Then tips and tricks for PowerPoint. So there I'll be sharing some tricks for PowerPoint also. So be ready for it too. Okay, so you can have a look of the, how we are going to learn about PowerPoint. Then today we are going to learn about the basics of PowerPoint, the terminal. Now we are going to know about it, the different of we are going to know about different tabs, then their features. The tabs have their own features, we are going to know about them also. Then how and where to use them. It's not that you are using animations in fonts and all. And then terminology, which is really important. There are some words used in PowerPoint also, like if we have a look at physics, so they have some words that we use them particular, for example, to call a process. If I say so, there are some terms also in PowerPoint that you need to know. Then this is when you open PowerPoint, what do you get first? After opening the new slide, you will get this. Okay, so this is the layout which you get. You must be, if you start using PowerPoint, you will find it really easy. Okay, so first of all, we are going to know so this is the workspace of PowerPoint. This is the workspace of PowerPoint where you edit your slide. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is where you edit your slide. That's so that is known as the workspace of PowerPoint. And what is this? Now what is this? This tells us about, this shows us a show, a mini feature, like how our slide is looking. Okay, so for example, this is a slide which is looking blank right now because I have not written anything in it. So this is the place. So and now let us come to this. You see slide 1 of 1. Now because in this whole thing there is only one slide, so only slide 1 of 1 is used. For example, if there would be 26 slides, so it must have been possible that here it would have been 1 of 26. Okay, so have a look at this. Then this is the place where you can spell check. For example, there are, and remember that there can be many slides in a PowerPoint. They can also reach to 100 and many more. So this is basically where you can have your spell check. So there are basically two icons which we get more, this and this. This icon means that there's no spelling mistake or punctuation mistake in your whole PowerPoint presentation, whereas this means that there's a spelling mistake. When you press this, and if there is this, so you'll just get a bar here which will tell you about if there's any spelling mistake. Okay, and now if you have a look right now, so you see this icon right now, this is something shaped like a pencil. Now why is it there? This is because that we are writing something, the PowerPoint is checking, and then it will result whether there is a punctuation mistake, whether there is a spelling mistake or not. Okay, now what is this? This is English. Here English is written. So basically this part tells us about that if there's any, which language is being used. So the default one is English. Okay, now these, you see these and these, we are going to know about them also, but before that we can know about this. This tells us about that if you want to zoom in, for example, you have to make your this thing more small, so you can by actually taking this rectangular shape this side, and if you want to make your workspace more big, you can by actually taking this at this side. This is the default one. Okay, now knowing notes, comments, these four icons and these file home, what are these? Let's know about them now. So let's zoom in now. Okay, so these which we got there, file home, insert, design, transitions, animation, slideshow, review, view, help, these all which were written in the previous one. Here if you have a look, these are known as tabs. This is from where you edit your slide. Okay, and this which we got at the down place, if you had a look, So from here you can have notes. Now what are notes? If you are writing something in slides, so why do you need notes? In notes, basically you write something which only a presenter can see and not the person, not the viewer actually. Okay, so notes are something, if you are speaking something, so notes can help you, which you can not, you don't want to show it in your slide, but you want, you mark it as important. Okay, then let's come to comments. Now what are comments basically? Comments are something where if you have a look at a YouTube video, you can comment on it. Okay, you in comments you tell your feedbacks, your suggestions, that how you like the video. Same here, what you think about the presentation, you can simply write here. Okay, so this is comments and notes. Then these four icons, they look confusing, but they are not. If you have a look now, first of all, let's talk about this icon. This icon is known as normal, and this will show us this thing. Okay, where you can edit your slide. Okay, by this icon only you can see one thing. I'll just mark it out, that the slide is in between and this thing is here, and actually this bar is here, this bar which at last is here. Okay, so this is a thing, normal. Then after normal, let's know about slide sorter. Slide sorter looks like this. For example, if there are three slides, so it will show, they will show mini slides basically, that how your slides are looking. Right now they are blank, so they are showing blank only. Okay, so this is slide sorter, which helps you to see your slides in a mini way. Then let's come to reading view. Now reading view, which is this one, it looks like a book only. So it is now, this also tells us something. It shows us all the animations also, whereas this and this doesn't show us the first two icons. Now what is the use of reading view? First of all, when you go to slideshow, this one, it won't help you to see the taskbar where you see which software is in use, right? So reading view actually helps you to see the taskbar also. Then this is slideshow. Okay, this is how slideshow appears. Right now you see this, where you can see this on screen, where I am showing that this is a slideshow. So this is also a slideshow only I'm showing. Okay, so this is the thing. Now let's move forward after knowing these four icons to our tabs. First of all, we will be knowing about home tab. Home tab is for, let me tell that home tab is really important to know, because from here only you edit your slide the most. Home tab and insert tab, both. Okay, so this is what you get when you start with your tabs. When you with your actually this is your full home tab. Paste, new slide, fonts, paragraph, drawing. Now you see this: clipboard, slides, font, paragraph, and drawing. These are known as groups. In a tab there are groups. Okay, in one group there are basically some things which are related to it only. So first of all, let's know about clipboard. In clipboard you can cut, copy, and paste. You can cut. This is the icon for, when you press this it will get cut, when you press this it will get copy, and here simply it is written only that paste. Now here in copy, let me tell you one thing, that this icon you see, basically uh, if you want to copy it and paste it into some, not in PowerPoint but in Word, so you will have to actually take copy and then go there in Word and paste. But for example, if you want to paste in that particular slide only, so you will just go, when you scroll down here you will get two options: copy and duplicate. You will press duplicate, you don't need to actually paste this. The same thing will immediately appear. Now let's come to slides. In slides, we know about, you can take a new slide, and in new slide also you get many options: title slide, blank slide, sub captions, and picture slide, all these. And these are not so much used. Basically these options you also get when you scroll this also. One is reuse slides. In reuse slides, when you press it, you will get a name of your any other PowerPoint presentation, any other PPT. You press it, you get your other PPT, and you can just take a new slide, take a slide from there also. Okay, so you don't actually need to make it. Okay, Now font and paragraph we are going to know about in detail. Drawing shapes. Shapes you also get an insert. Then arrange also in insert, and these also. Okay. So now let's know about font and paragraph. First of all, let's know about font. So this is what you get in font. Though, so font is all about text. From here you can just edit your text. First of all, let's know about font style. Font style is that in which style you want it. Okay, so this is when you press this, where it's highlighted also. When you press this, so you'll get this a big thing here, and here all fonts will be with you. All fonts you'll get, if this is just showing A to B, but you can also get from A to Z. Okay, so you get many fonts, and everyone have the different types. There's a diversity in fonts. Okay, then after this, let's know about font size. In font size, when you press this button, you'll get a many font sizes. You can get 18. 18 is actually when you actually take the text box and write anything, you'll always get it in 18 only. You can increase it from here. You'll just scroll it down. This using this, you can just scroll it down, and you'll get a lot of options. Then after this, let's know about these four icons. B, I, U, S. This is all right, written right. Okay. So B is you can make your text bold just like this. If you find that it's so light and it's not able to appear so in better way, so you can just make your text bold like this. Then you can make your text italic like this. It would go in a slanting way. Then underline, you can underline your text. It's underline is basically used to highlight something. Then this shadow. Remember that this shadow option you can only get in the latest version of PowerPoint. You are not going to get it in PowerPoint 2007. Okay, so here you can add a shadow behind your text just like this. If you have a look properly, so you get a shadow behind. You can see a shadow behind the written text. Okay. Now these are the four editing icons. Then after this comes this icon. You can highlight your text just like this. And remember that when you press this icon, you get many colors. For example, right now it's highlighted in yellow. And yellow is a default color for highlighting in PowerPoint. So you'll just press it and you'll get a lot of options. Then this is font color. Font color. Red is the when you actually change. Actually, black is the default font color. If you change it, so red is the then red after black comes the red color. So I have changed it into red only. So you can change many. I'll just say that there are so many options in font color. Okay. Then this is case. Case. Now what is case? So when you actually press this button, you will get this. Okay. So in this first of all case, you can just change it to capital, and you can change it to small letters, and you have here 5 options. First is the sentence case. Okay, in this it's simple. It has punctuation marks also. In lowercase it has no capital letter in it. And then uppercase, every word is in capital. Capitalize each word means that each word's first letter will be capitalized. And toggle case is that the first letter of a word will be in small, whereas the rest of them will be in capital. They will be capitalized. Okay, so this is case option basically. Just okay, then comes these two options. You see, this is from here you can increase font size. Simply going from here you can just increase font size, and from here you can decrease font size. Then this is to clear all your formatting. For now, what does we mean by clearing all formatting? For example, right now here it is written PowerPoint. Here I have actually for edited it. I have changed it into bold. I have changed. I have also italicized it. I have also underlined it. I have also added shadow to it. I have also added shadow. But when I actually press this button, I select the text and I press this button, I'll just, all the formatting, all the editing, everything will be removed. Okay, this is also a thing. Then this one, this is strike through. From here you can just strike your any word. If you remember my agriculture video, when I actually explained tertiary, that the spelling of tertiary, so I gave some wrong spellings of tertiary, so I used strike through here. Now one thing which I have not said here is this one icon. Okay, so basically what is this icon? Here you can just increase your text. Like here it's written font, so if you want, they can be written really far away like this. There can be space, or if you want, they can be written really in a tight way. Okay, so this is the use of this basic button, but it's not so much used. Then this was a font group. Okay, now let's know about paragraph group. This is also a really used one. First of all, let's know about bullets. So this creates a bulleted list. This icon you see, this is bulleted. Okay, you'll get this option when you open, and this is the default bullet. When you press this is the default bullet. Okay, then there are many options, and when you press this, you get several options actually. Okay, several. Then this one is numbering. From here you can create a numbered list like 1 2 3 4 5. So the default one is this one, and then you get many options. Okay, then let us come to this one. This is line spacing. Here, for example, if there's written uh, PowerPoint and tutorials. So if you want to increase space between these two things, these two words, so you can. 1.0 is the default, you can go to 1.5, 3.0, and line spacing options give you more options. Then let us come to text direction. This helps you to actually change it into horizontal. This is the default one. This rotates your text to 90-degree, which is, for example, if your text is in this direction, it will change to this direction. This will to 270-degree, and this is start, where you can just get for example paragraph. So it will be written like this, PAR, and so on. Okay, so this is text direction. Then this align, top, middle, bottom. This means that, for example, this is your slide, and you have written something in between. Okay, so if you want, you can just, by pressing this top one, which is the default one, you will just mm, make it to the top of the slide. Middle one will be to the middle, not middle actually. If there's this much text box in a slide, so for example top will be here, you want it in middle, you can, and bottom here. Okay, so this is a thing. Then this is this align. This is Smartart graphing. The Smartart graphic also you get the option in insert also, so we'll be knowing about it in insert. Then these are aligned. First of all, this one, this is the left. Here, for example, here you have written paragraph, or just para. So if you press left, so this is the default one, remember, it will just go this side. If you press this, it will come in the center. If you press right, this one, you'll get it in right side, and this again changes to left. So remember that this one and this one, these two are for the left one only. This one is for center, this one is for right. Okay, now we are going to know about insert tab. This is also a really important tab in PowerPoint. So let's know about it now. So this is the insert tab. You can have a look at it. First of all, we are going to know about slides. This is the same option. You will get a lot of you can have your slide layout from here. Now tables. So these are the groups again: slides, tables, images, illustrations, comments, and text. Okay, so tables, you can make a table. Now in the latest version of PowerPoint, you get an option to make a table of 10 into 10, 10 rows, 10 columns. You also have an option to make 1 into 2, 1 row, 2 columns, 2 rows, 3 columns, 5 rows, 6 columns. But The biggest one is 10 into 10. The table also have an option to actually take the you can actually insert the Excel spreadsheet into PowerPoint. Okay, so this is tables. Then these are images group. Okay, so from here in pictures, you can insert any picture. First of all, there are two options in pictures. First of all, the first is this device and the second is online pictures. Remember that online pictures you will only get in the actually the latest version of PowerPoint. Okay, so there are many versions of PowerPoint, but it doesn't have it doesn't have in the early versions. Okay, so in this device, it will take you to your file explorer. From your device only you can add. Online pictures take you to internet. Okay, from there you can just add the title. For example, I have to actually take something for farming. I'll just type farming and I'll get many pictures in that basic thing. Then screenshot. What is screenshot? When you take this, you whenever you take screenshot, so you can actually screenshot from your direct PowerPoint only. You don't need to insert. Photo album is not so much used, so we won't talk about it. Then basically, if I talk about photo album, so photo album is something that you are actually making an album, a soft copy of album. So here, like, if there you have to make a invitation card, so you can in PowerPoint also. Then illustrations. Illustrations, you get shapes. Here plenty of shapes you have. Then icons, not so much. Icons is not so much used. 3D models, again in the latest version of PowerPoint only you will get 3D models. Are that if there's any 3D model, for example, if there's an emoji which is happy emoji. Okay, so I'll just type that and I'll get a 3D type. I'll just show it in some more slides actually, so you'll get to know that how does a 3D model look like. Then smart art. Smart art lets you take web charts. For example, this web chart. If I have to write types of farming, so I'll just take these things and I'll get this type of smart art also. Then chart. In chart you get bars and basically to present your data in a more better way. Then add-ins, links. From links you just copy a link and you'll get picture, video, anything. From here just you can take the comments, text box, very important one, remember, in the text one. For example, your blank slide is this, okay, and you want to actually write something. You don't have the option. You'll just take the text box, you'll click it here, and you can write anything you want. Then header and footer, the same option is in Word. Word art, you can edit your word more beautifully here. Now, let's come to media. Media, there you get option of video. To actually video option and audio option. Okay, in video, if you take video, so you can just take it from your device or from your file explorer also, and from your uh, from you just if you want to take it from web, you'll just go in you can take a video, you just copy URL and you copy URL, paste, and you'll get it in your PowerPoint. Then audio, the same thing is there. Audio you can just I think takes from this device. Then file tab. So this is file tab, home, new, open, info, save as. Now let's know. First of all comes home. In home you can open a new presentation and there are many themes. Then in new, there you can take a new blank presentation. Then in open you can open your any previous presentation. Then this is when you take save as. Now the save, what is the difference between save and save as? I'll prefer you to take save as because it can actually take you to whichever place you want to actually save it. Okay, then share. Share, you can share with people, email, present online. Then export, you can export it into a PDF XPS document, and from here, from close, you can just simply close it. Now you must be wondering, why didn't I explain print? Basically print is not so much used in PowerPoint, so but when you go to print you'll find it similar to Word also. Okay, now comes slideshow. This is what you get in slideshow. There are three groups. First is start slideshow, setup, monitors. In start slideshow you can start it from beginning. From current slide, present online, custom slideshow, set up slideshow, hide slide. If you want to hide a slide, you can from here. And record slideshow. For example, if you're recording, you want to record your slideshow, you can simply from here. And here monitor automatic means that when you press it, this is the default one actually, and use presenter view. Okay, this is simple. Now what is presenter view? Let me show you presenter view. I'll just click here. I'll actually go to show presenter view, and this is what you get. Okay, you can get no notes, and in next slide you'll get that which is the next slide here. Okay, and now I'll just hide presenter view. If you don't want to use presenter view, just simply click on this. Okay, then now we are going to know about the review and view. Okay, now in review you can just check your spelling, you can check about your language. If you want to add a new comment, you can. If you want to show your show the comment, if you want to show the comments, you can. Then you can link notes. Now hiding means that if for example you have kept an ink from the slideshow in your PowerPoint, you can just simply from here. Then view. View gives you an option for normal, outline view, etc. Master views is slide master, not so much used. So now show. In show you can show, just press notes and you'll get notes of your slide. And these are many. Okay, so this was review and view. Now you for before I actually complete, you see this icon, this emoji. This is 3D model. Doesn't it looks like that it's real, right? So this is the actual advantage of 3D models. Okay, so and one thing I didn't explain was transitions and animations. Okay, I didn't explain transition and animation. I will be explaining it in more detail in the next tutorial. Okay, so till then, thank you, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And you can also follow me on Instagram, that is class 8 to 10 tutorials. Okay, so thank you.